Welcome to part 2 of our Pro V2 tutorial videos. In this video I'm going to take you through the different pieces and parts of the unit itself so you have a basic understanding of what's involved in this device. Alright, so in terms of the features and functions of the Pro V2 unit, first thing I'm going to show you is how to uninstall the battery. You go ahead and slide this release switch to the left and the battery pops right out. Now if you're holding this over the table and released it, the battery's going to fall out. In case it doesn't, you just give it a gentle tug after you pull that release switch and everything should be good to go. Now the battery is a lithium-ion battery, so it's a very robust, very durable battery. We've experienced life cycles on this of up to 60 hours when the unit is in standby mode, and then with very heavy use, we've seen it last about 8 hours. So you've got a really generous window of time between charges with that lithium-ion battery. Now, if we start at the back of the unit and work our way up, we've got a speaker here, and that's to hear the person talking back to you when the unit makes the call. This is the power button, so down is off and up is on. The display indicator here will show you one of 3 different messages, basically. You'll see on the far left a little canister icon. That basically says that you've used the canister that was installed. You'll see an X icon in the middle, and if you see that, most of the time it's because you have a problem with your Bluetooth connection. It could also be because the memory is full on the unit or some other software issue. And then on the right, you'd see a blue Bluetooth icon, and so that'll flash to let you know that you've got a good connection with the Bluetooth. Up here, you've got the sights. Now, these are very traditional sights for anybody familiar with a firearm, but these actually light up. They're illuminated sights, so when you activate the unit, you'll see those turn red and green color, and that'll also help you get a good sight picture in case you've disabled the laser. Now, on both sides of the unit, we actually have 2 ambidextrous features. This feature is the arming switch, and you'll see that when the red dot is showing, it means the unit is armed, or if it's in the up position, it's armed. If it's down, it's disarmed. The other ambidextrous feature is this call button right here. Now this has 2 functions. It can manually make the call out from the unit or through your cell phone, or it's also part of the Bluetooth pairing process, and I'll show you that as we go through the rest of the videos. On this side of the unit, we've got the USB port. Now this peels forward to show the mini USB connection that you plug the other end of your computer. Up here, we've got the record and the playback buttons. These are for recording and playing back the pre-recorded 15-second message that you can customize for the device. Here we've got the trigger. Now this is a 2-stage trigger, and you'll always want to have the unit armed before you try to pull that trigger. If you don't, there's not going to be any give. But as soon as you arm it, you'll feel that it's a very, very light trigger pull to get up to about the halfway point where that circle gets covered up. And from that point on, you can pull it all the way back. So that's something that you want to get familiar with, and just in terms of how it feels. A half trigger pull activates level 2, a full trigger pull activates level 3, and when we get through the levels of activation, we'll tell you exactly what that means. Now looking at the front of the unit, here you've got the laser spotter, here is the strobe, this right here is the siren, this is the camera, and this right here is the OC port. So in terms of the basic features, or at least when you look at this thing and say, what the heck is it? Those are the different components. You also have a mic right here, and some people wonder why the mic is on the side, and it's because it wants to pick up not only your voice, but the voice of the person who may be coming at you or posing a threat or something like that. So it's a great evidence collection tool as well. These screws right here adjust the laser. We don't recommend that you do that because the laser is already calibrated to 10 feet in accordance with the distance of the OC spray. I also want to show you how to install the battery and a canister. Now there's an easy way and a hard way to install the battery. The hard way is to install the battery when you don't have a canister in the unit. The trick to that is to find this deeper channel. You might be able to see that there's 2 right here that are easily visible, and then there's a deeper channel. You want to align the channels of the battery with that channel inside the unit, and then you gently press until you hear that clicking sound. So that would be the hard way. The easy way is to install a canister first. So I've got a practice canister here, and I'll show you how that works. You just hold the unit down, let gravity be your friend. Just drop the canister right in, and it should sit just underneath that little shelf. If for some reason it doesn't go in like that, do not press the canister in. That can cause an accidental discharge of OC or the practice material inside the unit. If this happens and it's kind of hanging up there, just give the unit a shake and it'll drop down. Once you have the canister in there, now installing the battery is much, much easier.